Hello viewers, welcome to this channel once again. In today's video we are going to try and create a pixel stretch or the ultimate pixel stretch image. We've been seeing it on so many famous designers Instagram handles and so many posts, or so many designers have been trying it. So I wanted to make a short tutorial on that, how to make that, so that we can also try our hands on it at the very least. So without wasting much time, I'll launch my Photoshop app. Okay, so this is a picture we are going to use for today's tutorial. Okay, so I'll quickly take off the background. I've already taken off the background, but I like to go through the process with you. Okay, so I'll use a quick selection tool. Since there's one color outside here, I'll use the quick selection tool to quickly clear off that area. Okay, so I'll select outside. Okay, then I come to the left side as well. I think we have something like this. Well, I think something is worrying my selection too. Okay, okay, now we zoom in, try and zoom in. Wow, okay, sorry, let me begin. I made a wrong selection at the top, that's why I had that, but don't worry, you'll still get around it. So I'll use the Ctrl Shift inverse. Okay, I'll use the Ctrl Shift inverse for the selection. Oh, it went black. Please, let's start on this again. Okay, sorry for delaying. Now let's quickly go around it. Okay, so this is, yes, I have my regular selection. Oh, but it has gone back to this area, but don't worry, we can quickly take it off. So you zoom it up and check for any extra spaces it's left out. So I'll use Alt, then get this place back, and then in between the fingers, quickly let me reduce the size of, okay, then you go through, you check all the areas. If they are okay, zoom back up. Okay, then use Ctrl Shift I. Okay, so using the Ctrl Shift I, sorry, I pressed the wrong key on the keyboard. Then you come to the selection again. So with your quick selection tool, you right click, layer via copy. Okay, so you hide the background, you have this at, okay, so now we are going to create a new layer. I have it here already. Let me zoom out a bit. You can just create a new layer. Let me give you the image size I use. So in pixels, 1725 by 1200 pixels, that's the image size I use, right? So I'll bring, sorry, this is just a rough selection I just did, right? So let me bring the old one instead, because that one I took much time on it and I edited it. So there's a picture we're going to work on, right? So I'll quickly, without wasting much time, I'll select my rectangular marquee tool. Okay, in normally most cases some designers will just select this. Okay, this is just a straight picture, so I can just select it and do something like this. Okay, let's look at something. Then right click here, Afterwards I'll show you the correct procedure. Then with this way, okay, then you free transform, Ctrl plus T, and you stretch it out. You see what we have here? This what's normally, oh sorry, normally some designers do, and bring it out as the final artwork. Now when you do this, although it looks stretched, but it looks so shabby here, so we are going to go with the correct procedure around this place. So I'll delete this layer here. Okay, now I'll take the selection tool again, but this time I'll zoom in. Okay, so this is the highest point of the picture we have here. Okay, so I'll select it up to this point. It's okay. Now look at something. Whenever you are selecting, you have to make sure this format you are going to use. Whenever you select the marquee tool, you have to make sure this second option is selected. Add to selection. Okay, normally it's the first one that is selected, so make sure you have this one selected before you start the selection process. Okay, and make sure wherever you select has the brightest colors. Okay, so I selected this part because it's the highest point, but this right side has more bright colors. Okay, so I'll just select up to this part, and just underneath it I'll just trace and make sure it doesn't go way outside. Then I'll create another marquee. Okay, I can come here. I think the right side has more bright colors, that's why I'm going with that. Okay, so don't worry. I like this side has more bright colors. But make sure you don't select outside the picture. Okay, with this tool you selected, all your selection will form as one. Okay, so just make sure you go with it, make it slow, neat work, don't rush through it. Okay, it doesn't fall outside the picture. And this one also here. With the rest, let me just quickly make the rest a selection here. I think this is okay. Okay, now let me zoom back. Okay, now after doing this, you are going to right click on the work, then come to layer via copy. Okay, sorry, I think I have to get rid of this group I created. Okay, so with this selected, you come here, then you select layer via copy. So many mistakes in today's way. What? Pardon me for that. Okay, so I'll hide the picture and see the selection. This is the selection we made. Now, do you know what we are going to do? I'm going to try and align them together. Okay, they have to be on a straight path. So I'll come back and select that layer. Of course, this time I've noticed it earlier, don't worry. So I'll select it, then make a selection of each of the individual ones we made. Okay, so I'll first start with this. Okay, don't worry whether you want to bring this here or bring it this here, they are all the same. Then you select the move tool. Okay, then you move it right on top of this. Okay, then you come to select and deselect. You get it. Now let's try it with the second one as well. I'll use the selection tool. I'll select this, use the move tool, okay, then I will deselect. The same follows as we go. Oh, sorry, I didn't deselect this one. Let me deselect this. Okay. Okay, then deselect. About 4 to go. Let's quickly select and move them along. Okay, then I'll move it right on top of this. Deselect the old one, move to, or you can use the V to just quickly select the move to. Okay, then you move it. Okay, so the last one we have here, oh sorry, deselect. So you remember to always deselect. Okay, see, whenever I forget myself, it doesn't move it. Okay, it became quite shorter, but doesn't matter. Okay, now let me zoom back. Let me bring it down. Okay, so this is what we have. Now I'm going to shift this rightwards, make sure it stands on a straight line as this one. Okay, now this is what we are going to do. We are going to stretch like in the first procedure how we did it. So you press Ctrl T, hold down the shift, and you stretch it a little bit this way. Okay, so this is what you have. Now you see this is very blurry, we cannot work with this. Okay, we don't have accurate selections here, so we come back to the marquee, rectangular marquee tool. On this rough selection, you just make a very thin selection. The thinner the better. Okay, so just make it very thin. Okay, then you right click, layer via copy. Okay, now you delete the old one, we don't need it again. Now stretch again, this time to see how it's going to work out for you. You stretch. Now you bring this layer beneath the picture, and you see you have a very nice and neat selection here. Right, now let's try and give it a very neat background before we continue, so that it can. Let me give it a gradient. I think I created a gradient here. Okay, now I'll make it radial and increase this. Okay, now we are not done. Okay, it looks too straight and too simple. Okay, so let's try and transform it out, the stretch out a little. We are going to use the Ctrl+T, free transform, then we right click to select skew. Okay, we will select skew and select this angle, move towards the up, move it up a little bit this way, and move this part also downwards a bit. Okay, so this is what we have here. Now after doing this, you have to move back in. Okay, you see there's an extra portion here, so you quickly take your eraser tool, reduce it, make sure the hardness is 100%, flow is 100%. Okay, sorry, hardness, yes. Okay, then the opacity is also 100%. Sorry. Then you clean off the edges. Okay, so that it will look more realistic. Now this is our final work of art. How do you see it? If you think we could have done anything to make it more nice, you can tell me in the comment section. Now, although this is the first part of making a stretched image, we take a look at other aspects as well. There are so many aspects which are very nice, and so we can also try. We have the round ones as well. So this is the first part in making a pixel stretch, ultimate pixel stretch. How did you see it? Show your views in the comment section. Let me see how you think about it. Would a different background have looked better? You can tell me in the comment section. Anything you want to learn on this channel too, you can tell me in the comment section as well. Okay, so I'll end today's video here. Okay, actually I have the original design too here. Okay, let me group this one. Okay, so this is the original one. Okay, and this is the new one. You see there's not much difference, just that one was a bit bigger than this one, but don't worry, it's still the same. You can increase the size whenever you want it. Okay, so we'll leave it like this. God willing, next time we meet, I will show you more stuff and more interesting tricks with the use of Photoshop. Thank you once again, and goodbye.